8 seconds for a resume review. You know what that means? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Next. Like, seriously, we get hundreds of thousands of resumes a day. And by we, I mean recruiters. So there's really not a lot of time to pay attention to what somebody has put hours, weeks, months of thought into in terms of that one-page document that says you're qualified for the job. So to help you understand how to make your resume the most impactful, I want you to keep in mind that the recruiter that you're talking to is not trying to offend you when they're giving your resume an 8-second review. They're trying to make their life easier. So if you can help make their life easier by bringing attention to the parts of the resume that they're looking at within those 8 seconds, then you win. And the parts of the resume that they're looking at is your contact information, making sure they know how to follow up with you immediately, and that they can validate that you're a real person, like look you up on LinkedIn, look you up on Google, call you, email you, whatever it may be. Then they want to know, what is your professional experience? What have you done that applies directly to the job description that you're applying to? Right? So they want to see right at the top left, a job that's relevant, a project that's relevant, a volunteer experience that's relevant. So if it's software engineering, they want to see on your resume serving as a software engineer, even if it's in a team project, because they want to be able to find out whether or not you can actually code in the right language that they're requiring. Or if you're a technical recruiter, they want to know that you've actually reached out to people before. Or if you're a program manager applying for a program manager role, they want to know you've managed programs. So they're looking at your professional experience. And then when they have that validation, like, okay, program manager for whatever club that you were part of, or for whatever volunteer program, or for whatever institution that you spend time with, then they want to see action, results, and metrics. ARM is an acronym that most recruiters are trained in. They literally, their mind is set up to read, what actions did you take in this role? What results came about from the behaviors that you demonstrated? And what metrics can we use to validate your experience? Which really just means, what numbers can we get from your resume to brag about you to a hiring manager or to a teammate or to whoever's going to interview you next? But ultimately, in 8 seconds, I need to figure out who you are, where you've been and what you've done, and then what numbers can I steal from your resume, literally steal, to tell someone else, hey, look, this is the right person for the job, and here's why. They worked at this company. What they were responsible for was X. What resulted in that was Y. And here's how you can prove their success metrics, or how you can prove that they're actually making an impact, these numbers, right? So a very concrete example in my experience is something like, in college, I helped fundraise for a scholarship. And so I organized a team. That was my action. The results were, in over 6 months, we fundraised $76,000 out of our $100,000 goal. So the action was organizing a team. The results was we fundraised successfully. The metrics are 76,000 out of $100,000. Now, that same formula can apply to anything you've done. It's your work, and this is my challenge to you, to sit down and think about ARM and start to script your resume backwards from that understanding that the recruiter needs within 8 seconds, what's most important in your experience that's relevant to their job description. That's how you get to the place where recruiters review your resume and they go, yep, this is what I need. Now I know I can put you in front of the next person so you can continue interviewing. Obviously, there's a lot more to understand about a resume, the different sections, keeping it to one page because they only have 8 seconds. But all that stuff you're going to work through with the NSL facilitators. But I just want to make sure that you understand 8 seconds isn't an affront or being offensive to anybody that's applied. That's how much time I have to get through hundreds of resumes. And if you can help me convince the person you're going to interview with next within that one-page document that you're ready for this job, then you're making my life easier. And those 8 seconds can lead to a job offer. So Take some time, think about ARM, and start to really dig through your experience that way and ask yourself, what actions did I take? What results came about? And how did I measure my success? How can I turn this into one bullet point on my resume that's at the very top left? So when that recruiter reads my name, understands where I've worked or interned or volunteered or what projects I've built, they can pull right from that line what numbers they need to use to brag to the rest of their team.